Haha, I'm a free man. Finally, and we all know what that means. According to every streamer and YouTuber out there, we will have to join the Fighters Guild, and then we will only destroy dark anchors in Alikar Desert until we are finally max level. What a joyful experience this will be. So let's first of all join the Fighters Guild. The Fighters Guild. Time to join the Great Guild and get my Fighters Guild up. Go away, big guy. This is the Fighters Guild. Only the Mages Guild has the nerds who read books. Hello, my friend. I want to join the Fighters Guild. Okay, so are you here to actually help us out, or are you just here to join the Fighters Guild, get a free gold, the skill line, and never to be seen again? I'm here to be never seen again. Okay, well then just move on to the other side of the room. Okay, thank you. So you want to help us against the struggle against Moloch Ball? Nah, I just want to fight his guild's kill line. Your guys free gold. That's sweet, sweet free gold. Excuse me, what was that? Nothing. So where do I sign up? Oh, that's rather simple. Let me get the contract. Okay, so risks may include, what was it again? Oh yeah, eternal damnation in the halls of torment, getting your soul cut out and spreading huge rocks throughout Tamriel, getting your limbs chopped off or burnt off. Oh well, that's not an issue, because if that happens, no quoting of Monty Python when your limbs do get chopped off. Come on, you take the fun out of everything. Just sign me up already so I can move on. Okay, so here is your 19 gold. What? 19 gold? Well, yeah, you see, the Daggerfall Covenant left the Tamriel Union, you know, so the deficit really hit our economies, unfortunately. So let's get started. In total, we will be covering 3 grind spots, and we will do some honorable mentions. There are some great grinding spots as well that are being overlooked. So basically, the 3 grinding spots I'm going to talk about are both based on difficulty, XP gain, and material/gold gain. So the number 1 spot, very known to everyone, very known to newcomers to the game, the Dolmen Runs. The Dolmen Runs are very simple. Basically what you do is you either go to the Alikar Desert, or a known place as well, but overlooked a lot of times, is Orinon. And basically what you do there is you go destroy dark anchors. You go destroy dark anchors with a group of people. Once the dark anchor is destroyed, you will get a bunch of XP, and you directly port to the next dark anchor. And if you do this rotation perfectly, the moment you arrive at the next dark anchor, it will spawn, you clear it, you move to the next one, it will spawn, and you just keep doing it. Now the advantage of a dark anchor Dolmen Runs is you don't need to make experience to the game. You can do it at any level because there are so many people, the NPCs would just get nuked down. The XP gain from it is pretty decent. It is not the highest out there from any grinding things, but again, you don't need anything for this. You also level your Fighters Guild, and you can get some jewelry and other rewards. If you do the Dolmen Runs, pro tip to you, if the groups are very busy, make sure you use some instant cast ranged abilities or use a ranged weapon. If you are a melee fighter, it will be incredibly hard for you to get those hits before the NPC is dead. If there are 40 people there, NPCs will just get nuked. So you want something instant cast, or for my part, just use a staff or a bow with light attacks. Especially if you are not in a group, it will be a lot harder. Also, make sure you join a group the first time, so you at least unlock the way shrines, and then next time you go there and you can join a group, you at least can follow the people around by teleporting to way shrines. So if you don't know where the Alikar Desert is, here is a quick location and the map of the Alikar Desert. Of course, I have all of this on the side as well. If you want a more written version, learn ESO.net. Now, a very overlooked grind spot is actually the zombie sewers. It used to be a very popular spot, but it's really fallen down in, I don't know, people barely play here anymore, and I don't know why. Because the XP gain you can get from a pull is very high. If you ever need to grind champion points or anything like that, I really do recommend the Imperial City sewers. However, you do need the Imperial City DLC in order to be able to play here, so that can be a disadvantage. So the XP gain from here is actually higher than Dolmen Runs, especially if you have training gear and XP pots. Like, I know it works as well, of course, with the Dolmen Runs, but you can get like 100, 120k XP every pull here if you have training gear and stuff like that. On top of that, the gold gain is pretty decent. It's not super high, but you also earn Telvar stones and you earn armor pieces. So regarding that, I find it a much better spot than Dolmens, especially if you are like CP level and you want to get the CP up. Also, these NPCs are all dead, undead and Daedra, so you get your Fighters Guild up here as well. You can also find several chests here. There are many benefits such as materials, Telvar stones, and of course gear. So if you already need to level a crafter, it is very useful because you can get a lot of gear, and overall there is just a lot of more reward to it. The disadvantage, however, are Imperial City, it's the sewers, so it's a PvE and PvP area. There is the risk that there will be enemy players here and that they will go there and kill you. However, it barely happens anymore as there is like literally no one in the Imperial City, and it's very rare that we see grinders here. You can also do this with 2 people, and it's also a more relaxed way. Like, you don't need to constantly port around, you don't really have a lot of competition like you do with the Dolmens. And it's very easy to clear because once you have unlocked the Fighters Guild passive from Ultimate Game, you can simply nuke down a bunch of NPCs that you pull together and you'll instantly get another 200 Ultimate points. Do it together with another player, like I said, to get that increased experience gain for being in a group. Only works with 2 people, and then of course, you know, you're also more safer because if you run into an enemy PvP player, you at least with 2 versus 1 if he is solo. There is also a boss around here. I personally would recommend to avoid the boss, unless he's constantly walking your way, then go ahead and kill him to make it a more convenient way for you to grind around here. But overall, he is not worth killing. The XP gain is okay that you get from it and the Telvar stones, but it's not worth time-wise. So this is the route you have to take. So it's very simple. Here you go to the center, take the right, go up there. You can find a portal here, go back, go around and keep doing that rotation. It's a very simple rotation. And like I said, there are many different rewards here compared to the Dolmen Runs. But it is a little bit harder because you are either solo or with 2 players. Whereas with the Dolmen, you're really with 20 people and you can do it at any level. Here I would probably say if you know what you're doing, level 20, level 30, you can do it. But it can be a bit more tricky. If you really want to do CP grinding, I really recommend this place. If you already have CP, obviously go to the CP campaign version of this, so you also have champion points. Try to go to a campaign that is occupied by your alliance, so you get like the bonuses, you get the bonuses from the keeps, you get the emperorship bonus, all that stuff. So go to a campaign occupied by your faction and enjoy. Do the portals and stuff and just get the grinding going. And last but not least, XP wise, the best in slot, best out there at the moment. What a surprise! Skyrich. Skyrich is still one of the best spots to grind your XP. You can get a ton of XP here and you can do it solo or with 2 people. However, you can only do it solo if you are experienced in the game. If you are new to this game, it will be very hard to grind properly here and it is not a recommended place. You really want to go here with some like training gear and with a duo partner who can carry you. If you can do this and you have like buffs, you can hit level 50 in just a matter of a few hours. The fastest I have done was like 3 hours, something like that, with a double XP event. But again, you need the experience and you need someone to carry you. Or you can do it on a level 20, 30 if you know how to build a character properly like a magic temple. But it will be fairly hard and you will need to ride gear. But if you know what you're doing, then Skyrich is the best out there XP wise. If you have someone to carry you, the XP gain can be very high here and you can really get those CP points up. If you like CP 200, I really would recommend you to go with a partner to Skyrich. The advantage of Skyrich as well is that you can simply complete the dungeon, then you move out. You need to be with 2 people for this. Then you change the group dungeon from veteran to normal. This resets the dungeon and then you set it back to veteran and you get back in there. You can also do it on normal, it really is up to you. So basically you just do that, you simply reset the dungeon and you can go in there. So that is very nice as there is no competition. It's your own little private dungeon and you can reset it at any moment. So you don't have to worry about enemy PvP players, you don't have to worry about friendly PvE players who are grinding at the same spot and thus destroying the grind for you. You can just go in there and nuke everything to Narnia. And of course the location for Skyrich Catacombs in Clacklone Again, everyone with the base game has access to this location. And we also have a few honorable mentions. So you can also do Dolmen Runs in Auridon. Auridon is very active as well if Elec Air is way too busy. You can also do Ferren Morass. Right here there is a zombie spot that was very popular back in the day for veteran grinding. And if there are no bots grinding or anything like that, it is a very decent spot for XP grind as well. You just walk around there, kill the NPCs, and that way you can get a very good amount of experience as well. Now, Crack Launch Spellscar is also another good spot that people like to go to. Bit more casual than Skyrich, but also a great spot. However, other people can join you here and you don't have a private dungeon like you do have with Skyrich Catacombs. And Elec Air, the zombie spot on the right side of the city. You can grind the zombies. Make sure you don't complete the quest. Once you complete the quest, it will pretty much be done. So don't complete it. Just get the quest started, but don't complete it. And that is pretty much it. That are most spots, in my opinion, that are worth doing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out the written version on learneso.net. PvP guides, gold guides, leveling guides, and everything else. Bye bye, and I see you in Tamriel.